For the past few months, I've been involved in writing a book with Dr. Kemi Adeyeye of the Bath University, all about drainage and drainage design related to the 21st century. So the title of the book is going to be Building Drainage, an Integrated Design Guide. I was asked if, of course, Kemi leads the Water Efficiency in Buildings Network, and which I'm a member, and I've done various papers on drainage before, and I've written information papers for the Building Research Establishment, as well as good building guides, and I've contributed to building regulations and various British, European and international standards on wastewater engineering. You might question why you actually need another book on drainage. Well, most books in the past have tended to deal with drainage in isolation, but now it's much more important to deal with drainage in an integrated water management approach, looking at all the aspects of drainage and how it impacts water supply and other things as well. Some of the events that have precipitated the writing of this particular book are the recent developments within London in the installation of the new super sewer, which is replacing or adding to the sewers that were originally installed by Mr. Bazalgette 200 years ago. The problem with the super sewer is it's only a stopgap measure, and that there's still going to be a problem because of the increased water use within London. And this is reflected also in the sustainability goals of the UN, where they're saying that 40% of the water that we use at the moment is still wasted. And so combining water efficiency with drainage is actually an important approach. The book addresses these issues basically from a global perspective, looking at how we use water around the planet and how that impacts drainage design on a local scale. We also look at what considered to be in the past waste and how that actually can be a valuable resource that can be utilised locally and globally. The guidance in the book should last hopefully for the rest of the century, although there's always new developments coming along. But perhaps the main development that could impact upon drainage design is the reinventing of the toilet, which is covered by a Gates Foundation project. The toilets they're producing there actually have zero discharge, and some even have negative discharge. A negative discharge is whereby what you put into the WC, more comes out. So in these reinvented toilets, you not only put in waste matter, but you're also getting electricity, water, fertiliser, gas, and other products are coming out, so it's generating useful material. The impact on the UK will probably take quite a while, in that we only produce new buildings to about 1% of our housing stock. So even if everybody in the new houses had a reinvented toilet, it would take many decades to actually change the loading on drainage systems. The book isn't only about the big picture and the future, it's also about current building regulations, current standards, and how you can design a good drainage system that might use water reuse and be totally sustainable. This isn't the only book that you'll need for drainage design, because you'll also need to refer to local building regulations, standards and other guidance, and particularly you'll have to talk to the local authority about planning issues. Sadly, the book isn't quite available yet, but it will be later on this year, and it will be great value for money.